כל השונה הלכות בכל יום, בעזרת השם מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. The Mishnah says every day a Jew must study the two halachot, and obviously it has a reference to the two halachot mitzvot deoraita. Today is the 26th of Kislev, the fifth day of the week, Yom Hamishi, Thursday, Bezrat Hashem, of Parshat Miketz. First mitzvah we're going to be discussing, mitzvah number 151, is that Cohananim are not allowed to walk out in the middle of services. And mitzvah number 152, Cohananim are not allowed to enter drunk or pass or a dayan, and a Beit Din is not allowed to pass a ruling when he is drunk. All right, let's go. Mitzvah 151, Kuf Nun Aleph. The Mincha says the following: Shelo yitzu the Kohanim min hamikdash b'shat ha'avodah. The Kohanim are prohibited to going out in the middle of service from Beit HaMikdash. Sheneimar, as it says over there, in Vayikra, 10th chapter of Sefer Vayikra, 7th pasuk. ומפתח אוהל מועד לא תצאו פן תמותו. And they're not allowed to go out from the Petach Ohel Moed, from the opening, from the entry of the Ohel Moed, the sanctuary, for lest they shall die. That's the pasuk in the Torah. ונכפלה מניעה זו כמו כן בכהן גדול. Obviously, this prohibition was actually repeated again by a Kohen Gadol. Ve'amar, it says over there in the 21st chapter in the 12th pasuk, umin hamikdash lo yetzeh, and the Kohen is prohibited from coming out of the mikdash. Velashon sifra umepetach ohel moed. What does it mean from the opening of the sanctuary, ohel moed? Yachol b'shat avodah v'shelo b'shat avodah. Maybe it's talking about ever, even just during lifetime, anytime. A Kohen, maybe you could understand, should mean to stay there forever. Talmud Lomar, the teacher of the Torah tells you, umin hamikdash lo yetzeh v'lo yechalel. And from the sanctuary he may not leave out and he may not desecrate. Have omer b'shat avodah. Obviously it's talking about in the middle of avodah, when he is doing a service. For you could only desecrate a korban while you're serving with it. Kishemen mishchat Hashem alechem. For this Kohanim, that they are in the middle of service of Hashem. En li ela Aharon ubanav shenimshechu b'shemen hamishcha sheim yotzu b'shat avodah chayivim mitam. So I would think that maybe because the pasuk tells me that they're anointed by this fat oil of the mishcha, the mishcha oil. Only the Kohanim of the Kohanim Dolim, regular Kohanim don't have it. Minayin lechol haKohanim shebedorot. How do I know that all the Kohanim, the rest of the Kohanim, sheneimar kishemen mishchat Hashem alechem? For it says that the anointing oil is on top, above you. וכתב המעתיק, בשם הרמב"ם, and the Rambam, they explain in the Rambam's name, זיכרונו לברכה, דע שיש בכהן גדול תוספת שהוא לא ילך אחר המטה, וזהו נגלה בלשון הכתוב ואמרו, that the Kohen Gadol should not go after the entire, or his entire, what's his name? The family. As it says over there, as it says over there, umin hamikdash lo yetzeh. He may not exit the sanctuary. And explains over there in the Gemara Sanhedrin, 18th page, first side, shehu im met lo met eno yotze achar hamita hamate. That is not going to be just like his all his family. That even if he has somebody who's dead in his family, he's going to be still prohibited to go out. And they brought it out over there, explaining to us that he may not come out from the sanctuary. And we even learn from here that if he has his relative, mother or father, passed away, he still is obligated to continue his service. And our sages told us also in Masechet Sanhedrin, 84th page, first side. From the sanctuary he may not leave, and he will not desecrate. כלומר, כהן הדיוט שאין העבודה מותרת לו, והוא אונן, הוא מוזהר על זה, כלומר שלא יעבוד אונן. Okay, so we learn that since the Torah tells us by Kohen Gadol that he is not allowed to go out from the sanctuary in this way, he will not defile. That means to tell us automatically a regular Kohen, that there is another Kohen that is not allowed to. He will actually defile his service while he serves if he has somebody die from his family. So you see that it's just we learn it from the way that the Torah tells us prohibition of the Kohen Gadol. That what does that mean? That and he will not defile. If he doesn't go out, how does he defile? So we're telling you that no, that there is another Kohen that could defile. And who is that Kohen that could defile? That Kohen is a regular Kohen. He is prohibited to do service when he has somebody dying from his family. זה העיקר. כשכהן, הדיוט אונן לא יעבוד. As we know, learn that the Kohen, a regular Kohen, is prohibited from doing service in the Mikdash as soon as he has somebody that he mourns for. The Kohen Gadol oved v'hu onen. Kohen Gadol, however, if the first day even his father died, he is obligated to still continue the service. הנה נתבאר לך שאמרו הנה ולא יחלל, שסמוהו של ילוד לא מניע. כלומר שלא תהיה עבודתו חולין אף על פי שהוא אונן. So to tell you that what does that mean? That how do you learn that the Kohen is the regular? We said the question was, how do we know the regular Kohanim are also not allowed to go out in the middle of it? Because you see that the way that the Torah writes it in reference to Kohen Gadol, that there was an extra limud, the extra teaching about that he should not defile. If he's not gonna go out, so how is he gonna defile? So you see that there is obviously a prohibition for a regular Kohen. If it is found out that he is onen, if his wife dies or his parents die, that moment, even if he's in the middle of the die, he's not allowed to continue performing that service. continue. מן הנראה מדברי הרמב"ן, זיכרונו לברכה, כי הוא סובר כי לא יחלל אינו של ילוד, אבל הוא מניע לכהן גדול שנצטווה שלא יצא מן המקדש מפני ביתו ולא יחלל עבודת השם יתברך. The Ramban says specifically, this is talking about a Kohen Gadol has a special restriction that even if he has somebody that died from his family, he's still not allowed to defile that service and not allowed to go out to fulfill the in the middle of service. כי חילול יהיה לעבודה שהנחנה המשרת הגדול בשביל שום דבר בעולם. Will be the most defiling thing for a Kohen Gadol who's performing the most sacred job in the Beit HaMikdash, that he should stop for any situation. והוא יפרש כל עניין זה בדרך אחרת כמו שכתוב בפירוש החומש. And over there, the Ramban explains in the Sefer Vayikra, 21st chapter, 12th pasuk, how he deduces that the regular Kohen is also not allowed to stop, not allowed to live in the middle of work, just like that, except for, as the Chinuch explained to us, except and if he became onen, if somebody died for him instantly while he was doing the service. However, the Ramban has a different way of understanding the same conclusion, but different way to understand it. You could look over there in chapter 21 in Vayikra, and you'll understand how a regular Kohen will be also prohibited to go out in the middle of Avodah. Mishashah mitzvah, if the root of this mitzvah is understood, היסוד הבנוי לנו בהגדלת הבית והעבודות הנעשות שם. Obviously, the foundation is the greatness of Beit HaMikdash and all the services that are performed in it, and all the greatness of it. וכך ראוי על כל פנים שלא לצאת ולהניח העבודה העיקרה בשום דבר בעולם. Therefore, it's not befitting for a Kohen that is performing this high level service, just like that, leaves in the middle of a service. כי באמת אם יניחו יהיה זלזול בה ויהיו מראים בעצמם שהיא בעולם דבר גדול מעבודת השם. And chas v'shalom, that a Kohen that would do such a thing, he would live in the middle of Beit HaMikdash, service in the Beit HaMikdash. Chas v'shalom, he would show in the world that there is actually better thing to do than that. Chas v'shalom. אחר שתהיה נדחית אפילו לפי שעה בשביל שום דבר אחר, ועל כן הוזהרו על זה במיתה. And therefore the Kohanim who perform that, they are warned. Their transgression will end their lives. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will not tolerate such a thing in the middle of the service to desecrate Hashem's name and go show to the world that there's something more important than serving Hashem in the Beit HaMikdash. Dinei Mitzvah. I apologize. Was eating something dry, so I had to drink up. דיני המצווה כגון מה שאמרו זכרם לברכה, שכהן הדיוט, the rules of this mitzvah are the following. If you have a regular Kohen, אף על פי שאינו רשאי לצאת מן המקדש בשעת עבודה, even though he is prohibited, a regular Kohen, he is prohibited from going out in the middle of service. כמו שנאמר, as we said already, ומפתח אוהל מועד לא תצאו פן תמותו. It says all day, you're not allowed to leave the sanctuary in the middle of service, unless they will die. בכל מקום אמת לא מת שהוא ראוי להתאבל עליו, אינו עובד לפי שהוא עונן. Therefore, if it's befitting a regular Kohen, he's in the middle of service that he finds out that somebody died to him, that's relative to him, that he has to sit onen for him, he's not allowed to continue the work or service. ועונן אסור בעבודה, or somebody who's onen in the period of that first day, he is prohibited from doing service in the Mikdash. שאין עובד, even though a Kohen, not in the middle of, let's say, a service, הוזהר שלו לצאת משם עד שתיגמר העבודה, שיהיה הוא עסוק בה מן הטעם שאמרנו. לכבוד הדבר שלא יהיה דומה כעוסק בדברי הרעים. So let's see now, אף על פי שאינו עובד, let's see, this talking about כהן גדול, אף על פי שאינו עובד, הוזהר שלו לצאת משום דבר השם, שם עד שתיגמר העבודה. So the Kohen is prohibited to go out of there. Let's say he's not doing a service. So he gets the news, he has to wait till the avodah, the service is complete, then he should go out. He shouldn't show that there is something more important for him to watch than to see the service of other Kohanim performing the service. ויתר עליו הכהן גדול שהוא חייב שלא יצא מן המקדש וגם שלא להניח עבודתו כלל בשביל הענינות. And more than that, more than a regular Kohen who by walking out, just simply walking out, he will if he is performing the service, he should stop, and he became on that, stop whatever he's doing, leave. Okay, that's one thing. But if he is not performing the service, when he is not performing the service, a regular Kohen should not leave the Beit HaMikdash until all the immediate service that was being performed, that he's watching, should be complete, and then he should go out in order to show the importance of the service that been done. This mitzvah is obviously in the time of the Beit HaMikdash, in the time of all the male Kohanim. A Kohen that transgresses the Savirah in the middle of service, just go out for no apparent reason, he should get flanked 39 times. Mitzvah Kuf Nun Bet. שלא להיכנס שתוי יין במקדש וכן שלא יורה שתוי. So we have a rule that says that a Kohen is not allowed to go into the Beit HaMikdash when he is drunk. And also, most of the time the Kohanim were the Rabbanim, the ones that are giving Psak Halacha, they were the teachers of Am Yisrael, Leviim, Kohanim. However, today, even if you are not a Kohen, if you are a regular Israel, but you are Dayan, you happen to be a judge in the state of judges, of this great task that a Jew has that could fulfill peace in the world, and that's what judges are needed for. People don't understand that the whole point of Beit Din is to make peace in the world. And the Torah considers that as if learning Torah. And therefore a judge has that position. He should not paskin halachot, he should not give a psak when he is drunk. וכן, כלומר, שלא לדון בדבר בדיני התורה בעוד שהיה האדם שיכור. A person should not be judging when the person is drunk. שנאמר, it says over there in the pasuk ויקרא, 10th chapter, pasuk י', יין ושכר אל תשת, wine and the liquor, a person shall not drink. בבואכם אל אוהל מועד, as you come to בית המקדש, ולשון התלמוד, and the Gemara explains to us over there, שתהיה רביעית, שתהיה Shatar Riviyit al Yoreh. Any person who drank Riviyit, which is about 86 grams of anything, wine, liquor, or plus, so yain al tashte yain li ele yain minayin lirabot shar mashkim. How do we know that it excludes this prohibition also excludes other drinks except for wine? Talmud lomar ושכר. Shechar is liquor. If ken lama neimar yain. So why the Torah specifically says yain, the word wine? Al yain b'mita v'al shar mashkin belav. Okay, that a person who is drunk with whiskey goes into Beit HaMikdash, he will be transgressing a prohibition. A person who is drunk with wine going into Beit HaMikdash, he will be taken away with his life. So how do you know that maybe it's only talking about when the person is performing service? Maybe it's not in the middle of service. He could go in there when he's drunk. Talmud lomar ata ubanecha velo tamutu. It says over there, you and your children specifically, and you will not die. Ata ubanecha v'mita ve'en Israel chayavin mita ala ha'ora'ah. So again, so how do we know? Sorry, the question was not that if a Kohen goes there, we're not drunk anytime. It's talking about what about Israel who does psak halacha in the middle of Beit Din? He's drunk. What does he get? What kind of punishment does he get? However, the rabbi says over here, we learn that the Cohananim get punished with death, but Israel who paskins the halacha, even the Kohen who paskins the halacha, in Beit Din, there he will not be punished by Hashem with death. He will be transgressing the sin of Kufdun Bet, and there will be different punishment. Shorash mitzvah yadua. Obviously, everybody could understand what is the purpose of this mitzvah. Litaseg b'dvarim ha'ikarim b'tchilat tachlit ha'yokar. The person should be complete in dealing with the most important things, Beit HaMikdash or hora'ah, or a judge who's giving judgments on or Piskei Halacha, whatever it is. A person should be in the right state of mind. אסור לו להיכנס מן המזבח ולפנים. שכל הכהן הכשר לעבודה, אם שתה יין, הכהן, so the rabbi is explaining that. If the Kohen drank wine, even he's able to perform the service. However, if he drank yain, הרי זה אסור להיכנס מן המזבח ולפנים. He's not allowed to enter anywhere close to the altar or even inners. ואם נכנס ועבד עבודתו פסולה. Now, Kohen who was drunk, he did enter and he did perform the services while he was drunk. He is psula. His service is not fitting for anything. V'chayav mita b'yedei shamayim, and Hashem will kill him in this lifetime. Sheneimar, as it says, v'lo tamutu, and it says you shall not die. V'chein asur lechol adam ben Kohen ben Israel. Therefore, anyone Kohen or Israel, להיכנס למקדש כולו. You're not allowed to enter anywhere. מתחילת עזרת ישראל ולפנים, from anywhere where the Israelim are allowed to be in the Beit HaMikdash courtyard, all the way inside. כשהוא שתו יין או שיכור. Anyone who is drunk with wine or any other liquor. או פרוע ראש דרך ניבול, or a person who is like a nazir, where they just had a lot of hair or whatever it is, also not allowed to go in there. כלומר ששערות ראשו גדולים ביותר. If his hair is grown too big, as we discussed in the Mitzvoth yesterday. או קרוע בגדים, or somebody who has ripped clothing, שאינו באזהרה, איסור יש בדבר. Even though the Torah did not give you a warning against this, still there is a prohibition of entering. והאיסור אינו אלא מפני כבוד הבית. And obviously we know, everybody understands what is the prohibition for. It's in order to show the respect of the Beit HaMikdash. לפיכך, ישראל מותר להיכנס שם בשערות ראשו מגדולות יותר מ-30 יום. However, Israel was allowed to go in there in a certain time, certain periods when he has his hair growing over 30 days. שאין זו ניבול אצל בני אדם. For regular people, it's not considered to be a disgrace. ואף שהכהנים הוזהרו בזה לגודל קדושתן וקרבתן בבית המקדש, בבית הקודש. However, the Kohanim have a special restrictions, as we learned, that going to the holy and sanctuary, שראוי שלא יהיה בהם דבר יותר כלל. That the Kohanim are not allowed to have anything extra. רק שיהיו כולן יפים ומום אין בם. The Kohanim are prohibited specifically Oh, also, the regular Jew is not allowed to have any parts of his body missing. אין שאר כל אדם בגדר שלהם, רק שלא ייכנסו שם בשערות גדולים יותר כמו שאמרנו. However, again, we're talking about regular Jew who has a little, number, I would say number 2. That would be like, let's say, common. Number 2 maybe on his hair or whatever it is, on his head. That will be a standard, regular thing for everybody to go in. To go into the Beit HaMikdash, that would be respectable, but obviously not like a Nazir who has a lot of hair that's just sprouting all over the place. That would be a disgrace to the Beit HaMikdash. So now the rabbi is going to discuss how much wine is we're talking about. And the Gemara will tell us, Revi'it, as we already explained, we already touched on it a little bit, that 86 grams or more. So לכהן לבוא למקדש מפני השכרות, כך אסור לכל אדם בין כהן בין ישראל להורות כשהוא שתוי. So same thing, just like the Kohen is prohibited to going into the Beit HaMikdash, the rabbi goes into the details now in reference to giving judgments. The regular Israel, is he allowed to give judgments when he is drunk or not? We already said no. What about אנשי משמר מותרים לשתות יין בלילות אבל לא בימי השבתות? שבתן. So now, אנשי משמר, what is Anshe Mishmar? There's also other people who are in the Beit HaMikdash who are witnesses to all the Mishmar, means they're watching over there, they're watchers, witnessing all the performances of the Kohanim and Leviim. So there would be a group, like a tourist groups, Leavdil, but they were more into become holier. They're looking into the Beit HaMikdash in the service of the Kohanim and the Leviim as they're singing to become holier. They're looking at it. It's a beautiful thing. You could see it from here, a big thing that the Gemara says that a woman who is pregnant or she has a baby that she's nurturing, if the Bet Midrash or the Kollel has a Ezrat Nashim, wow, it's so much worth. If somehow Betzina, she could go in there quietly, nobody will notice her, sit there with the baby, let the baby hear all the sound of the Torah. Anshe Mishmar, it was a big thing to go in there for that purpose, with Gusha Bet Ta'orah. Don't send your husbands to Kollel with the babies. That's not what we're talking about. Okay? Your husband should be learning Torah and not sitting there babysitting your babies. This is outrageous. Sometimes I see that Kollel sitting in nurturing a baby. What's going on here? The wife sent the baby. She needs rest a little bit. I don't know. That I will not be. I will not be endorsing such a thing. Some are endorsing it. I will not be endorsing that. Bezrat Hashem, there's no need for a baby to go and causing ruckus in the middle of the midrash. If the Gemara is talking about specifically when a woman has the kohot, she has strength, she brings the baby into Ezrat Nashim, and the baby is sitting over there and listening to Kol Torah while she's saying Tehillim for an hour. For 2 hours, she finishes the whole Sefer Tehillim, and the baby hears a beautiful thing. Okay, you have a plan. The baby is fed, baby is sleeping. It's fine, but not to cause ruckus in the Beit Midrash. That we will not be endorsing. Now, let's see. ועובר עליה ונכנס שתוי יין מבין העולם למזבח לפנים חייב מלכות. Anyone who walks in that area where we just discussed, from the mizbeach, from the altar inside, he is chayav malkut. He'll get flagged. ואם עבד עבודה, however, if he did more than that, if he did service the Kohen, חייב מיתה בידי שמיים והוא השם מבוקרם. ואם שתה משאר המשכין ועבד, חייב מלכות לבד. However, if he drank whiskey and he did perform services, he will get flagged and not killed. לא מיתה. וכן, כל מה שהורה והוא שתוי בין כהן או ישראל עבר עליו, בין שתוי מן היין או שתוי מן משאר המשכין, doesn't matter what the person drank, wine or whiskey. And if he gives a psak halacha or he's a beit din, he gives a ruling while he's drunk, they're transgressing this avera kuf nun bet. והרמב"ן זכרונו לברכה כתב כי מעלה היא מדבריהם שלא להיכנס למקדש שתוי יין ואין מן התורה אלא שלא יעבוד שתוי יין. Okay, so Ramban argues that the Kohen does not get flagged if he just walked in. He has to do the whole point is getting transgressing the avodah. That's the argument. But however, nor Kohen nor Israel are ever allowed to go in the Beit HaMikdash drunk, and if they do, they get flagged according to Rambam. And according to Ramban, they will not get flagged at all. Only they will get punished if they do avodah by Hakadosh Baruch Hu. The Kohanim and Israel, or Kohen or Israel, who does a judgment, he doesn't get any punishment. But the Shamayim will take care of such prohibition. Let's thank our ladies that give us opportunities to learn Torah. בעזרת השם, נשים צדקניות are going to be causing the בעזרת השם redemption במהרה בימינו.